of rude, even if real.
So, you guys, it's June 1st. Did anyone remember to say bunny or rabbit today? I forgot.
I forgot also.
I was thinking about it yesterday, too. And then, of course, I don't retain much lately.
I even forgot yesterday, so I'm retaining less of this.
Oh, good for you. But you don't forget this guy.
No, that's my favorite movie star.
Frankenstein?
You bet.
He's a good guy. I know. But your hair is really like my dream hair.
Think so?
Yes, I have a Rapunzel obsession.
Okay.
And
That's nice to see.
my dream is to have hair down to my
It's not a dream that you have to wash it at home.
Dad, I don't even care about that. But today is National Hazelnut Cake Day, and although we don't have hazelnut cake, we do have little treats with good old Nutella. We all know that that's hazelnut, right? So our guests will have some hazelnut chocolate today when they share a skeleton from their closet. Not sponsored by Nutella, but sponsored by WhO. Yes. So, what else happened on this day? Someone named Harriet Thompson, at 92 years old and 3 months, becomes the oldest person to finish a marathon, beating the previous record holder of 92 years and 19 days. Can you imagine? Have you ever ran a marathon?
I can't imagine. Not really, to be honest.
92 years old. I know. She must have. I wonder.
Bless her,
yeah. I
What's
wonder.
her secret?
I wonder if she had any like new knees or hips or anything, or if she's really like together,
That's a good question.
like a Frankenstein.
Yeah, that could be another guest for another show, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Figure it out.
Yes, that was in 2015, so only 1 year ago on this day she did that. I wonder if she's running today. Madonna began her MDNA tour in Israel. The first of 65 cities that she performed happened on June 1st. I know. I wonder if it had anything to do with today is Marilyn Monroe's birthday. I wonder if she did that on purpose.
The show's had that Marilyn Monroe thing there.
Yeah, you know, that wannabe Marilyn Monroe. Today, according to the UN, this is terrible, and I always like, not that I like terrible, but according to the UN, 2 million adolescents in the world live with HIV, and 86% of them live in sub-Saharan Africa. Not good. I hope that that's changing at one day in this lifetime.
I would hope so. You think it would at this point in time?
I'm kind of losing faith in politics,
Yeah.
so I don't really know if things
too
will
much faith to be
change.
had in the first place.
The only thing I have faith in is like you guys. I just heard your sound check, and Wendy is jumping up and down. She broke her leg. She was so excited about your sound check. I'm telling you, she really did. She had too much fun listening. The plasmatics are back, and we have them today. It's like a miracle, and
All right.
I'm not losing faith in rock and roll.
Neither am I. I've regained a lot of faith
And
these last couple weeks.
Speaking of rock and roll, today in history on June 1st, it is the day that Guns N' Roses drummer Matthew Sorum filed for divorce from Kai. I wonder where she is today, because he's back with them, aren't they back?
I thought when he was in the cult, actually.
Yeah.
For a short time.
That was a good band, the Cult. Connie Chung joined Dan Rather as an anchor woman on this night.
She was in the Cult also.
She married Maury Povich. That is like the funniest thing on earth, because I've met Maury Povich a couple times. And did you ever know Ted Baxter?
Yeah,
he is. He is. I think they copied him. He is exactly like Ted Baxter. I never knew that was like real until I met Maury Povich.
I like the local Long Island news stuff. That's pretty funny stuff.
Oh, really?
That could be another show also.
Do you watch local Long Island news?
Just for the laughs. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
It's the day that Roseanne Arnold and Tom Arnold wed again, and then they divorced again. And wait till you hear a couple down. It's kind of strange. Margaret Ray pleads guilty to breaking into David Letterman's house on this day. Yes, and we know. Robin Givens and Mike Tyson were granted their final divorce on this day.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you find all this stuff?
It just comes to me. I
Okay.
channel it. Morton Downey Jr. show debuted on this day.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, you remember him?
Yeah, sure do.
He was like the first Jerry Springer, wasn't he? Didn't he
Something
start
like that. He was his own thing.
Yeah. Just a Gigolo, you remember that? I Ain't Nobody by David Lee Roth, hit number 12. That's the highest it hit on this day.
You ever hear the Village People's version of that?
No, have
It's
you?
pretty well, yeah, I have.
Really? It's good?
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, there must be. Just a Gigolo, the Village People.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. Ron Wood replaced Mick Taylor on this day as Rolling Stones guitarist. My Girl Bill. Do you know that song?
No.
By Jim Stafford. Anyone remember Jim Stafford? Yeah, that hit number 12 on this day too. George Harrison's Living in the Material World goes gold. See, that Living in the Material World, that's like an old title. Speaking of
That is
Madonna,
true. It was done, it seems.
she has a tendency to do that. I think.
Plagiarism?
Yeah, well, she gets away with it. Paul McCartney and Wings released on this day Live and Let Die. What would the world be without Live and Let Die? And then Guns N' Roses did that too. See how it's always like
it's a
that?
circle. Yeah.
I just don't understand how
Well, the original
works
was much
like
better,
that.
if you ask me. The original from Paul.
Whatever it is a good song.
No question.
And James Bond.
Yeah.
Come on. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown opened on this day in New York City. Ed Sullivan's final show ever was on this day in 1971. It was a really good shoe.
That I didn't know.
Yes. Everything is Beautiful. We all know that one, right? Jesus
Sure.
loves the little children.
Actually, we were going to do that song tonight.
I always, we work in that common, terrain of working for like disabled or seniors and stuff. And I always thought that song would be a good one until I read the first line, and then I'm like, I can't sing that
Yeah,
song.
it might be a little too heavy.
Jesus, it starts out with, no offense to Jesus, but I just don't know if it's appropriate to
Probably
sing
not.
anywhere.
You gotta keep things neutral.
But it did hit number one. Yeah, in 1970 it didn't matter. We weren't so politically correct.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's true.
today it's like, God, you have to watch everything. God damn it. Simon and Garfunkel's Mrs. Robinson hit number one. Now, are we allowed to sing that? That's kind of naughty too, but
A different way, it's more subtle.
I love Mrs. I love that. I want to play Mrs.
Maybe this
Robinson.
time we'll do it at the end of the show or something. Let's see.
Oh, Tigers Al Kaline. I don't know if anybody knows who that is,
No
but he
idea.
collided with another player, so I think it was football, and he swallowed his tongue on this day.
I hate when that
Baseball?
happens.
All right, there you go. Somebody knew that. Thank you. We have such smart people in the audience always on our show. Today is the day that the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in the U.S., and it went gold right away. Do albums even go gold anymore? It's very rare these days,
There
right?
aren't any albums anymore.
That's true too. But everybody's trying to bring that back, but it's just not the same.
No.
It's like it just was. It wasn't like a thing then.
Everything
It
comes to an end, unfortunately. And that seems like it did.
Everything comes to an end. That makes me smile. Yeah. George Harrison is impressed by Ravi Shankar's concert in London on this day. Yes. And Lucille, here, check this one out. Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz wed for the second time on this day and then got divorced. Now, do you think Roseanne and that guy Tom Arnold were copying Lucy and Desi getting married on the same day? It almost is. It's kind of weird, right?
Yeah, it's something to be ready
I
to.
know. That's why these things just, I don't know. I get excited about silly things like that. Superman first appears in DC Comics Action Series, issue number 1.
Which is
on
now
this day.
worth like $1 billion or something. So
It
it's
could
a
be.
big amount of money.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But I'll never see that. Queen Mary completes its maiden voyage, arriving in New York on this day. Lucky it wasn't the Titanic.
Mm.
Charlie Chaplin got married to Paulette Goddard on this day. And the first written record of Scotch whiskey appears, can you read that? On the Exeter Rolls of Scotland. Friar John Core is the distiller in 1495. So I think it should be National Scotch Whiskey Day, don't you? Why is it Hazelnut Day? I don't know, but
Maybe it could be both hazelnut and scotch.
yeah, we should get some scotch to dip this in instead. That would be good.
Reminds me, I need to get to the bar at some point.
Oh yeah, that's fine
right.
because we are at Otto Shrunken Head,
Yes.
the best tiki bar on the in
You
the whole
mentioned.
world. Exactly.
And beyond.
Birthdays today. It is my daughter Harley's due date today. Not her birthday, but she was due on this day.
Congratulations.
So we were counting down from this day on. It is my friend Linda Morales' birthday today. Mwah. She actually drove off of a cliff in Hawaii, so she's a permanent angel. Yes, I love you, Linda Morales. It's Alanis Morissette's birthday today. Heidi Klum's birthday. Mike Joyce, the drummer from the Smiths' birthday is today. Alan Wilder, the rock vocalist from Depeche Mode. Lisa Hartman Black, remember her? She, believe it or not, she was in Knots Landing, and I'm guilty for being a Knots Landing freak. I love that show. But she was also Tabitha. She was one of the twins. Erin Murphy. Oh, no, that was Erin Murphy. And some, I don't know why they call her Tabitha, but she supposedly was Tabitha at some point. Did they do like a Bewitched like later?
Maybe they had two different actresses.
Yeah, but they were twins. And if her name's Lisa Hartman Black, she's not Erin
Got
Murphy.
another one.
I don't know. But you remember when what's his face Mason Reese was on the show? The Tabitha from Bewitched is in his show. That's right. Robin Matson. She played Natalie and Janet on All My Children. Any All My Children fans, or am I the only one here too? Oh, you remember Natalie and Janet? You remember? Oh my God, Janet Green. She was so bad, and Natalie was so sweet.
You guys don't watch
Oh, I
that.
loved All My Children. Are you kidding me? TV went down the tubes when that show stopped. Diana Canova. Anybody watch Soap?
Soap, I remember.
Yay,
Yeah.
good
I
for
still love
you.
that show when I was a
Oh,
kid.
yay, it's her birthday today.
Yeah.
Cleavon Little's birthday is today.
Lazy
Anyone
Saddles.
remember him? Come
Very
on.
well.
Come on, people. Morgan Freeman's birthday is today. So, God, happy birthday. Reverend Ike's birthday is today. Pat Boone, Andy Griffith, Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, I love you, Marilyn Monroe, but I meant to do this. Oh, our battery is dying. See, it's time to go. And angels, anyone who died on this day that we want to celebrate. Yves Saint Laurent is an angel today. Yes, I used to love his lipstick, besides all his clothes. Oh my God. Do you like Yves Saint Laurent? Back in the day.
I like some of the other names on your better.
Okay. Hank Ketchum. Anybody know who that is? He was the cartoonist and creator of Dennis the Menace. He is an angel with us today. And Leslie Howard. Who remembers Leslie Howard? He was in Romeo and Juliet, but wasn't he also Ashley Welks in Gone with the Wind? Wasn't that Leslie Howard? Nazis shot down his plane, and he died at 50 years old on this day. So, well, to all the angels, and are you ready to meet some guests
Of
and
course, I was born
rock
there.
out and
Yep,
have
looking
some
forward to
fun?
it.
All right,
Gotcha.
you want to push the dead button?
Anyone?
Yeah.
I like this one. Oh, short one. Take Chris again.
This is losing its life.
Okay.
But we'll be back. We got a lot more on this Ruin
Don't go in.
Shoot first.
Keeping it real. Rue and who? What's that you say? Keeping it real. Keeping it real. What's that you say? Keeping it real. Keeping it you. What's that you say? Keeping it real. Keeping it rude.